We're doing it! Yes! Woo! Finally, we are out here in the wilderness with about 1,000 other people. I can't believe how crowded the trailhead was to do this hike. I had a feeling it is Labor Day weekend after all, and we're starting Saturday morning. Luckily, the overflow parking lot is only about 3/4 of a mile away, so we already got our warm-up in. We are going to do this? We're gonna crush it, huh?
Yeah, but my arms are gonna...
Such a difference for Tati doing a day hike with a very tiny backpack compared to, let's see, look at this backpack. It's not super, super big, but I think this is going to be pretty painful for her. So we're gonna need to lighten up her load, I think.
This is where the dad mafia meeting is hosted every year. So you hike up to Dad's Lake. You all tell dad jokes, all sitting in your chair drinking Coors, fishing, telling stories about the olden days and back when I was a kid. So
we're not going there. We're not going there. We're skipping Dad's Lake. We are going to do it the easy way. If you, let's see, where are we going? Big Sandy Lake first, and then I don't know where. Isabelle, are you stoked?
I have no idea what we're doing.
So we've been looking forward to this hike for a really long time. We've been holding off on doing it because the road, it's like 25 miles on a dirt road to get there, and the last 10 miles were supposedly really rough and rocky. And so we didn't want to take our classic Momo up it because we thought, oh, I don't know if we can get there.
But now we have FOMO because so many people were camping with their fifth wheels up here.
Yeah.
And we're like,
and while the truck was nice to go fast, we probably could have gotten up here with the Class C. But anyway, we're so stoked. We actually decided to change our route at the last minute. We were gonna do the whole Fremont Loop, I guess, Cirque Towers Loop, where we were gonna come up from Shadow Lake, go past Dad's Lake, then Shadow Lake, over Texas Pass, down to Cirque Towers, over to Big Sandy Lake and back. But we decided that adding that much distance didn't add that much value to the hike. So we're being like basic now, and we're just doing the going out and back.
Hashtag guess not defy the norm. We're just gonna have to,
I know, we're
get rid of our title of nomads with a
so
purpose.
basic.
We're like nomads with a Subaru or something.
I know, right? So yeah, we're hiking out Big Sandy Lake over Jackass Pass, and then we're gonna go camp over at Lizard Head Meadows, I think. So it's gonna be awesome.
So actually we decided, we called an audible at the last second. We were out for a beer at the brewery and somebody had done the hike. We thought we were gonna do this as a loop-de-loop past Dad's Lake. The loop makes it a little bit longer, and then supposedly Texas Pass is where it like kills everybody's legs, and we didn't want to do that to Tati. I can't imagine it being that bad. We've done a lot of hikes over passes, but we decided to just, the waitress told us, server, whatever, told us to just, that she had a great time just going straight out to the Cirque and back, and it was like a light bulb for me. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, you could do that, huh? I didn't even think about that. So we are going straight out past Big Sandy Campground, past Big Sandy Lake, over Jackass Pass, it's really the name, and then we're gonna go camp in the Cirque. Well, we'll probably hit the Cirque and then go over a little bit to, I think it's Lizard Meadows. And this way, it's only about 11.5 miles out. We can set up our tent and then we can go explore. Okay, we are an hour and 15 minutes in, and let me just say, day hiking, this is why we always day hike Crazy Miles, because day hiking over steep passes is so much easier than this is really flat trail, but backpacks stink. They hurt. Everybody's kind of complaining and tired already. It's just because our, okay.
Girl,
my bag doesn't really fit
I'm
me.
good. 3 out of 6. 3 out of 6.
It sits on my hips. It's kind of high up here.
Yeah, it doesn't quite, it's not fit for you. But when you only backpack once a year, you don't want to like spend $2,000. You haven't complained. Poor Tati, I'm sorry. Somebody come rescue
Tati,
her.
you can get in the bag.
It's not even that heavy. It's more that it just doesn't go on right here. It's like it hurts my traps right here, and it's so on the side.
Yeah.
So it's like so.
You want these handles
annoying.
tighter? So I don't know how long we've been walking or where we are. But Robyn just decided to record.
She's like, go right now, right now. This is how you live. Remember the rule of 5 with the nomads. You have to be ready for anything within 5 seconds or any.
Actually, I know.
Yeah, but anyway, we're 5 miles in. We haven't gone over the pass yet. And we're deciding if we want to do the whole loop or if we're going to go to Meadows Campground, something like that, and then go do a day hike out. But we don't know yet because this is way more of a thing than we thought it was going to be this late in the season. And there's a ton of people here, which is awesome. It's like a party. But we don't know what we're going to do, so stay tuned to find out.
How you doing, Tati? You look better.
Well, it's just, I was really hungry and I can't get up that early, so I was cranky. And but I'm a little lighter because I don't got the water bottles.
Yeah, we took half the things out of her bag.
No, just the water bottles. I have all my sleep gear.
All right. What does it say?
Big Sandy Trail to Lonesome Lake. Okay, that took us 1 hour from when we left Big Sandy Lake, and you go up for about 15 minutes and then you go down for about 30 minutes. Yes, you have to go down, but that's kind of cool because you go over this pass, you think you have to go uphill forever, and it's just 15 minutes up, about 30 minutes down, and then you go 15 minutes back up, and now you're here at the top. This is also where the Arrowhead Lake Climbers Trail is, but we are going to keep trekking along. We're not quite at the top of the pass yet. We got just a little bit more, I believe.
Can you climb that?
Yeah, you can climb that. Dang. You want to climb that?
What? Oh my God, this is amazing.
It's like this.
You did it, Tati.
She's like, I don't get to celebrate yet. I gotta get to right there.
You're so close. You're so close.
You gotta take off your watch. It's too hot. High five. Please don't go, Jordan.
But look at that view. Is it worth it?
Yeah.
It's so steep. My hips feel like they want to die. Like I should crumble up.
This is where champions are made. Let's go! Come on! Go! So, when you're up on that rock, you think you're at the top of Jackass Pass. And we were like, all right, and then we're like, oh wait, there's a trail there. This is the top of Jackass Pass. It only took us like 20 minutes. You just descend for a few minutes and then go up a really, really steep hill for 10 minutes. And now we're there at the top. Now we have to decide if we're going to do Texas Pass or not.
All right, so we got to the bottom of the pass. We now have views of Lonesome Lake, and we found an amazing campsite that you get some views of the Cirque. Yo, welcome to my crib. As you can see, we have our little tent set up. We've got a perfect nice little window to see one of the mountains. We're gonna set up a little campfire right here. This is our little bench. It's a nice couch, real hard, nice cushioning. Right here.
right.
Hashtag not sharing where it was.
Okay, so since we made ramen, we're using that. So we have to use our own fire that we had to make the little rim right here, circle. And now
Circle of power.
we are heating the meat. What do you think?
I think we need to use the butane burner.
True.
This will start.
Very true. But at least it's warming it up. We're doing the caveman style, right?
Okay, what's show for dinner? So we already had ramen.
So ramen, and then rice ramen, and then
Ground
some
beef and carrots
ground-
and plantain chips.
Yummy.
Delicious.
Delicious.
The things you do when you don't have a coffee press.
So, and then the other problem was we had a jet boil. You can see it over there sitting all alone. But we have a pot that we planned on using for dinner yesterday. But the piece to put it over the propane
The MSR
wasn't
thing.
working. So we had to heat up our food.
In the jet boil,
In the
that's
jet
supposed to
boil.
be just for coffee.
But then the food burned to the bottom, and so then it's all gross, and we didn't bring like dish soap or anything to clean it. So now we held that pot over that to heat up water.
Heated the
And then
water
put
like
the
this.
coffee and water into a water bottle and use the French press top to filter it over into the coffee cups. It's fun.
But while we're climbing the hill. Okay, let me just fix my bed head really quick while I tell you about our wonderful evening. So, this was your first time to backpack in bear country, right, Victor?
Yeah.
And so you were a little nervous?
Oh, for sure.
So we had, it was so great because they had just lifted the fire ban. I think that made all the difference, is being able to have a campfire last night, because otherwise we would have, froze. We would have froze, absolutely. So we went to bed kind of early, and at 11:30, Victor wakes up and like breathing really heavy, stripping and taking off his sleeping bag. I knew right away, like, oh man, he's having a nightmare. And so I'm kind of a sensitive sleeper, meaning like if little things wake me up, I'm usually up for like forever, for pretty much the entire night until like 4 in the morning, then I fall back to sleep. So it was cool. I was up most of the night listening to, it totally sounded like a bear in our campsite. It might have been a deer, but I don't know. There was something definitely outside the tent for a while. And then we eventually at like 1:30, I woke up and said I had to go to the bathroom. And of course you have to, wake everybody in your tent to crawl over them and hover the stars. I woke up Victor to see the stars.
Amazing, clear, bright,
I'm gonna
incandescent.
fall. It's hard to climb over Jackass Pass and video at the same time, but these views are incredible. I'm really glad. We could have day hiked it, but I'm really glad that we decided to backpack it, because the views are incredible. Incredible is used way too often in our family, but it was nice. Sign that we were at yesterday where it says either go Big Sandy Trail or take Arrowhead, the lake, the climbers trail. And yesterday when we went out, we took Big Sandy Trail, and you have to kind of climb for 15 minutes and then descend for 15 minutes. The climbers trail is a way better way to take. You just have to, because you stay low right along the lake, and you just have to go across this short little boulder field. There's tons of cairns, which are like rock stacks. And if you lose the cairn, just use common sense, because it's not outlawed yet.
I think it's worth taking the Big Sandy one direction that you go if you're doing it out and back, because you do get a cool view at the top of the Big Sandy trail side.
And by the way, it took 15 minutes to get up Jackass Pass from our campsite. Now, we weren't camped all the way down at the lake. If we were at the lake, it probably would have taken closer to 30 minutes. We were about a third of the way up. And it took, once we got to Jackass Pass to get back to this sign with Big Sandy and Climbers Trail for Lake Arrowhead, it was 30 minutes about, maybe a little bit less, but not much.
Today I've been realizing that I'm like, why, if I can last that long in the middle of the night, I can last that long in the day.
What are you talking about?
Like
what do you
not
mean?
eating. Sorry,
Okay.
I thought you could read my mind. But today I'm going to not eat at all until we get to the RV.
Till we get to the RV.
Let's do this. But water is on. Yeah, I can drink
So
water.
you're gonna fast
Only
for like
structured
20 hours.
Yep.
Wow, why did you want to do that?
Because I want to be like you guys.
Family pressure, it's hard.
What was your
Tough crowd.
Something else that like you said that you noticed that your body doesn't eat food. You used to think
Like-
you have to eat multiple meals.
Yeah, I used to think like I would say so in so many like I don't know movies and stuff or meeting people and they'd be like, oh yeah, I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm like, how can you eat that little? And now I realize like I can eat literally that.
Because you've been only doing one meal in the morning and then not eating till dinner.
Well, a little snack in the day, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we call this, what do we call this?
Metabolic flexibility.
And it actually works, huh? Because it was hard for...
Yeah, ultimately, I think what we're trying to do is make it so that the human body can adapt to whatever changes is thrown its way. So if you happen to be in a place where like, this is horrible food, instead of saying, well, I gotta eat, instead you'll be like, you know what? I can last, I can fast. And so the fact
And by
that,
eating less, you actually have more energy a lot of times.
yeah, sometimes we're putting stuff in our body that essentially makes us only hungrier or messes with our head. And so clarity is ultimately why I started to go, well, I think there's one piece of the puzzle missing. I got to integrate this a little bit more.
and the last thing, usually they have coffee in the morning. I didn't have anything this morning.
So you're
let's
tougher
do
than
it.
us.
Yeah, we're all doing structured water, so no actual water, only stuff that has water in it.
Oh yeah, so Isabelle, what is our 4 types of drinks that we have each day that are structured?
So they're technically all structured water because Tommy John talks about this. They should always have structured water, not just plain water, because then it doesn't stay in your body. So we have 4 forms of structured water or hydration every day. First, you start off with your cup of coffee. It's water with coffee beans and caffeine, so it's structured and it wires you. Then you drink your mud water, which their motto is ditch your coffee, but we just decided to go with both
It's
because
structured
defy the
mushrooms.
norm, and you should have everything in life. And so that's also structured hydration because it has the milk and the nutrients and the good mushrooms. Then we have either wine or bubbly water, depends on what you're feeling first. And both of those are structured water because the carbonated water is by Spindrift, and we love Spindrifts, and they have pure juice in them from fruit, and that is technically structured water with carbonation. And then we have our wine, which is grapes, is the best form of water.
Structured grapes.
So let's do
Yeah.
So you got that, remember, you go structured coffee beans, structured mushrooms, structured grapes, and then structured fruit. That
Not
is
those
the
kind
key.
of mushrooms, though. They're not those.
All right, 1 hour later and we are back at Big Sandy Lake. What an easy hike it is back the other way, and you feel bad because you have to pass so many people that are going uphill, and it's a beautiful sunny day, so it's a little hot on this end for them. And I'm just smiling because it's easy. It's so easy, and we're almost back because once you get to Big Sandy Lake, you only have 5 miles and it's pretty flat. So Tati is crushing it. This has been a great backpacking trip. While we could have day hiked it, I'm really glad that we chose to backpack it.
Still haven't eaten.
2 hours yet? Okay, it took us 2 hours to get from Big Sandy Lake back to the trailhead. So we did 5 miles in 2 hours, which was nice that you can hike it fast and get back to the trailhead fast. And now we get to go get burgers at the lodge, whatever this place is called. The lodge that's over by Mud Lake, just on the other side of the
Big Sandy Lodge.
Trailhead.
Big Sandy Lodge. And it's gonna be awesome. Everything hurts.
And I lasted about more than 15 hours, right? Without food.
Yeah, it's like 18
Yes.
hours.
And now she's like, I
Now
need a
you get to
burger.
eat.
Yeah, now I want a burger, of course.
Go eat!
We're Big Sandy bar. Are we gonna get sandwiches? This is not big deal.
We brought it over like a few minutes ago.
This is so good. So good. This is really
Fresh meat.
This is like
real
okay,
good.
it's like the most American burger you could possibly have. Greasy, so much meat and so much good cheese. It's like
It's actually
really
like
good.
it actually has real meat.